Hi guys, welcome to this pick a card reading. Today we're going to go ahead and get a message for your week ahead. So just have a look at the three piles that we have here and decide which one you want to choose. So we have group 1 here is the Naked Heart Tarot. Group 2 is the Green Witch Tarot. And group number 3 is the Wild Unknown Tarot on the end there. So I'll just give you a little minute to decide. Okay, let's jump into your reading. So check the description box or the comments down below for the timestamps. Okay. Hi Group 1, if you chose the Naked Heart Tarot, this is going to be your reading, your message for the week ahead. So I'm just going to give the cards a little bit more of a shuffle. And let's find out, what does Group 1 need to know for their week ahead. So first card out is the Spirit of Swords or the King of Swords. And this one wanted to jump out as well, so that's the Two of Pentacles. And let's get you one more. Oh, very cool. That's ending with the Fool. Major Arcana. Cool. So let's have a look at your week ahead, your message for your week ahead. So we're starting off with the Spirit or the King of Swords. So the swords are associated with our intellect and logic, everything to do with the mind, like mental clarity, communication. And with the king, obviously the king is like the master of his suit, so this is about having, you know, really like strong, high intelligence, like good mental abilities, and kind of allowing your logic and your intelligence to guide you, basically. So not leading so much with your emotions, but leading with your knowledge, your intellect, and the truth as well, because, you know, the King of Swords is, like I said, he's master of his suit, so he's like very clear, very mentally clear, and he knows how to communicate the truth. So this is going to be an important energy for you this week, Group 1. Needing to really communicate your truth clearly, and like I said, using like your logic and your mind to kind of guide you more so than your emotions at this time. Okay, so along with the Two of Pentacles, so I quite like this depiction of the Two of Pentacles here. Hopefully you can see it. It's a bit dark here in the UK today, so I've got as many lights on as I can, try and brighten it up. But Two of Pentacles, I mean, obviously you can see here a key theme really is about balance, and the Pentacles also talk about our kind of material lives, so everything physical, material, our abundance, and with the two, it's kind of taking the ace, the potential, the kind of new beginning of the ace, and like building upon that. But there is an energy of juggling or trying to find balance. You can see this timer is sort of at an angle, so you might have to be kind of juggling a lot of things and kind of working hard to keep your balance this week, this upcoming week. So yeah, you really want to be, because I do kind of take the second card as a sort of advice position. So this is going to be key for you this week, is focusing on balance, and just trying to sort of maintain that balance, kind of, you know, make sure you're focusing on the kind of key things. It is a 2, so there could be a key decision that you need to make, or it could just be that there are kind of 2 really important things, or 2 really important areas of your life that you need to sort of focus on, and like divide your attention between those 2 things at the moment, and trying to kind of keep it balanced between those 2. And again, using this like really strong mental energy, using your intelligence, using that clarity to kind of help you understand what is most important, and how you can try and get as much balance in your current situation this week as possible. But there is a bit of a sort of juggling energy going on here, so you might have to be managing a few different things going on this week. But then you have, coming up at the end here, you have the Fool, which is like I said, a very powerful major arcana card. And the Fool really represents, you know, new beginnings. I don't know if you can see at the top here, but it's numbered 0. Excuse me, numbered 0 in the major arcana, and that's because it's really about brand new beginnings. It's like the whole new, you know, start of a new cycle, brand new chapter. So it could be that you've, you know, you're having to kind of tie up some loose ends with the 2 of Pentacles this week, so that you can start this brand new chapter. And I love this depiction of the Fool here, because it's with this like unicorn. It's something very kind of magical about it. So it's almost like the possibilities in front of you are kind of endless. You know, it's like this pathway here is like almost leading wherever you want it to go. It's, again, with this unicorn, like unicorns always make me think of like imagination and childhood and that kind of thing. So it's almost like whatever your imagination can kind of conjure up, or you know, there's going to be just all these new opportunities coming in for you, brand new pathways opening up for you. And yeah, with this particular Fool card, it's almost like it's saying it's whatever you can imagine, the opportunities are kind of there for you, or they're going to be there for you, opening up for you. So the only limit, the only barrier is like your imagination. So you definitely want to be open to that, you know, kind of open to those possibilities this week, because there's something brand new coming in for you, Group 1. A fresh start, a new chapter, new beginning. Just kind of thinking whether there's anything else here that we need to cover, but I think that's the main message for you, is kind of keeping this balance, trying to make sure that if you have got a lot of things going on, you're kind of focusing on the key 1 or 2 most important sort of aspects, maybe tying up any loose ends, and yeah, definitely using your logic, your intellect to kind of help you, to guide you, being very truthful, sharing that mental clarity with the people around you, and yeah, being open to these new opportunities, sorry, this potential that's coming your way with the Fool card there. And I've got the Moonology Oracle card here to grab a final piece of advice for you. See if we can get a final piece of advice for your week ahead. Group 1. One piece of advice for Group 1, please. Ooh. What's the advice for Group number 1? Please. Sorry, it's taking a while for this to come out, but I'm just waiting for a card to pop out here. Oh, how exciting. So this is the one that wanted to jump out, and it's prosperity lies ahead. Hopefully you can see that's a little bit dark. Prosperity lies ahead. So I'm not sure if there's a specific situation. It just feels like there's going to be several things going on for you this week, because you do have the Two of Pentacles here and this need for kind of balance. But yeah, with your advice card here is prosperity lies ahead, and you know you've got the unicorn in the Fool card at the end here, and here you've got the bull representing Taurus and prosperity. So you know, I think it's just about kind of keep taking those steps, keep moving forwards, and as we said before, just being open to these new possibilities that are going to be coming up for you this week, Group 1. So I hope that resonates for you. Please let me know if you do have some new opportunities coming in. I'd love to hear about them. Leave me a comment down below. And if you want to know about how to enter my competition to win a free reading, or you want to know how to book a reading or anything like that, it's all in the description box down below. Thanks for joining me, and I hope I see you next time. Thanks, Group 1. Hi, Group 2. If you chose the Green Witch Tarot, this is your reading. So let's see if we can get a message for your week ahead. What do you need to know for your week ahead? Okay, we're starting out with the Five of Athens, or Five of Swords. A message for Group 2 for their week ahead, please. Okay, and then we have the Holly King, or the Hermit. Excuse me. One more card, please. For Group 2, what do they need to know? Oh, I've just dropped a card on the floor. That's 2 cards actually, but I'm gonna take them both. So, sorry, just put this down out the way. So we have the Knight of Chalices, Knight of Cups, and the Sun. So I'm quite pleased for you that, because this card in particular, the Five of Swords, can be a bit of a more sort of darker energy. Sorry, I'm just moving myself closer to the table. All right, so as I was saying, Five of Swords. can be a bit of a, not really a darker energy, but it's just talking about like conflict, can be arguments, can be you know, the swords are all to do with our logic, our intellect, our like everything mental and communication. So could be kind of exchanging words with people this week, could be some arguments, and it's just kind of clashing basically. It doesn't have to be, you know, it is the sword, so it can be, sometimes it can be a bit hurtful, there can be difficult conversations or arguments, but it doesn't have to be. It could just be you know, like conflict and sort of competition between you and another person or some other people this week. But you know, that it's the main kind of association with this card is conflict. So you are going to have a little bit of maybe tension, maybe some words exchanged with other people starting out this week. So that can be a little bit difficult energy to kind of start off with. But in your second position here, you have the Holy King, and you know, I like to read this second position as like advice. And the Holy King, or the Hermit, really represents kind of taking a step back, taking a time out to go within and really kind of tap into your own inner guidance and your own sort of deep wisdom within, and you know, not really listening to other people. I mean, the Hermit can sometimes represent a teacher, like a wise teacher, a wise spiritual teacher. So if you have someone like that around you, obviously it's fine to kind of speak to them and like get their perspective on things. But really, and especially when it's coming up as a kind of advice card with the Holy King here, it's like really dark, so I hope you can see that. I'm trying to get my camera to focus more, but it's just very dark today. Anyway, it's really calling for you to tap into your own wisdom and kind of figure out what is like best for you, just by going within really, and allowing yourself that time as well to kind of consider things and consider your different options, consider what you really feel is best for you. It's like I say, you know, you can obviously get perspectives from other people, especially if you feel like they are helpful and, you know, wise, but in the end you're the one that kind of has to walk your path. So you're the only one that can really decide what is ultimately best for you, and the Holy King is really asking you to tap into that, tap into your own wisdom, connect to your, you know, your intuition, your you know, you might feel like you don't have that much wisdom, or you know, but you do know what's best for you. But it's easy to kind of get, especially if you've got, you know, kind of conflicts surrounding you and arguments going on, that's very distracting, and it can be hard to kind of take a step back and focus on what do I actually think is the best thing for me here. And that's what the Hermit is asking you to do, is to take that step back and just consider and like sit with whatever decisions you need to make, and kind of don't rush into them. Excuse me. Take your time to consider your options, and by doing that and kind of going within, I mean meditating on it, if you like to meditate, like you don't have to, it's just really taking that time to tune into your own, you know, what your heart is telling you basically, because you do have the kind of wisdom deep inside. You just need to connect to it. And if you can do that, it's looking a lot more positive towards the end of the week with your two final cards here, the Knight of Chalices and the Sun. So Knight of Chalices, or the Knight of Cups, is talking about, I mean, knights often speak about communication. Sometimes it can be an apology, so you might even, if there has been some kind of argument earlier in the week, you might receive an apology, or you might feel that you need to make an apology. Again, use your kind of intuition to guide you on that and let you know what's the kind of best thing for you to do. But the Knight of Cups is really talking about like sharing your emotions, sharing your, like, expressing yourself, expressing how you feel, expressing your creativity, and kind of allowing yourself to really express how you feel, basically. And because it is, the cups are always associated with our emotions, you know, and our feelings. But this is a very, you know, it's quite a gentle, almost like romantic sort of energy. But, you know, if this fight is with a friend or something, it doesn't have to be romantic. But it's just, you know, like maybe you had a fight with someone and, you know, you kind of take a step back and kind of take a couple of days or something to think about why you had the fight. Maybe you make an apology, maybe they make an apology, and you kind of realise why you said what you said, and you then have this opportunity to, like, express yourself openly and honestly, but it's coming from the heart. So that's the key thing, to really, whether you want to make an apology or whether you're receiving an apology, you know, the Knight of Cups is really all about communicating from the heart and just being really honest and open about your feelings. And yeah, it's leading you to the Sun here, which is like the most positive card in the deck. So I'm just gonna pop that down for a sec. You know, this obviously, like, beautiful sunny day. There's, like, I don't know if you can see, there's like hay in the cart there. It's almost like you've done your work and it's time to, like, relax and enjoy beautiful sunny afternoon. So, you know, it starts off maybe a bit kind of tense this week for you, Group 2. Some potential conflict, but this is the key, really going within and kind of deciding how, you know, what you think is the best way for you to move forwards, and yeah, expressing yourself from the heart. And then this is going to allow you to move into this beautiful, joyful sun energy. You know, the sun's all about enlightenment and joy and happiness and just those, you know, those wonderful kind of sunny feelings that we get on like a beautiful sunny afternoon when you don't have any work or obligations. You can just kind of relax and enjoy yourself. So, you know, that's a much nicer way to kind of end the reading than the way we started. So but this feels like the key thing here for you is this Hermit Holly King going within to really tap into you know, what you need to do if you need to make some decisions or choices. Like I said, if you need to make an apology or accept an apology or not, you know, the key thing is listening to what your own instincts are telling you and what you feel deep inside. And that's going to lead you to this much nicer energy at the end of the week here. So I'm going to pull a final advice card for you, Group 2, from my Moonology Oracle deck. And let's just see. So I'm glad it kind of looks like things get a bit easier for you, even though it might be starting off a little bit tense at the beginning of the week here. Or it could just be a little argument. It doesn't have to be a huge thing, like I said. Oh, and look, here's your advice. Bring love into the situation. So that's kind of echoing the Knight of Chalices, the Knight of Cups. Like I said, speaking from the heart and really sharing how you feel. Coming from a kind of emotionally open place, which can be quite hard, you know, sometimes, especially if we've had a fight with someone, you know, and you might feel like, okay, well, I want to apologize, or I want to kind of make up with this person, but at the same time I had a point, like a valid point. But yeah, this advice is that, you know, kind of bring love into the situation, like do it with love. If you kind of go within, like I said, with the Holly King, and listen to what your own instincts are and your own feelings and inner wisdom is telling you, and then you kind of make any decision you make or any actions you make moving forward, you kind of do that with love. That's going to bring you this really beautiful outcome on the end here. So I hope that resonates for you, group 2. I hope you don't have two terrible arguments this week. If it does resonate, please do leave me a comment down below, because I love to hear from you. And if you want to know about how to enter my monthly competition to win a free reading, or how to book a reading, or any of that stuff, it's all in the description box for you below. And I hope you have a great week. Thanks for watching, group 2. Hi, group 3. If you chose the Wild Unknown Tarot, this is going to be your reading, and we're going to find out what message you need to hear for your week ahead. So just shuffle the cards a little bit more and show me, please, what message does group 3 most need to hear for their week ahead, please. And then you drop half the cards. Okay, I'm going to start off with the Chariot card. Okay. Oh, more messages. Okay. And also the Son of Pentacles, or the Knight of Pentacles. A lot of, I mean, you've got a horse and a deer. Interesting. Okay, one more card, please, for group number 3. What's their message? Okay, and you also got the Fool card. Interesting. So this is interesting, group 3, because, well, firstly you have 2 major arcana. You have the Chariot and the Fool. So it could be some big movements happening this week, big changes. Starting off with the Chariot. So usually the Chariot is speaking about fast movement forwards. I say usually because we have got the Son of Pentacles, and he's also about movement forwards, but slow movement forwards. So what I'm getting from this is you're definitely moving forwards, you're definitely making progress. You know, you kind of see the sun up here and like all the like lines coming off it. This is, you know, a really powerful card that's really talking about you sort of stepping up, taking control, and like using your willpower and your inner strength to kind of gain control of like your, you know, whatever blocks or kind of inner, you know, inner maybe limiting beliefs or things like that might have been sort of holding you back. You're kind of taking control, like mastering those and overcoming them so that you can move forwards. And this is a very powerful card, so which is why I think they've chosen the horse in this representation, because obviously horses also represent fast movement forwards, but they're very powerful as well, very strong and powerful. So this is kind of the like energy of your week. But with the, as I was saying, with the excuse me, Son of Pentacles here as your second card, I feel like this is kind of, and also I feel like the second card often gives sort of advice to help you in your current situation. So this is it, I mean, it's really positive that you're like making this movement forward, making this progress and kind of taking control and sort of taking charge. But with the Knight of Pentacles as your second card, I feel like this is just kind of saying that you don't need to rush. You know, you kind of don't need to rush into this. You don't need to sort of push yourself too hard. The Knight of Pentacles is more about consistent effort. He, you know, he's very reliable and like hardworking, but he, you know, it's whatever he's working on is not gonna kind of necessarily happen overnight. It's something that requires like lots of consistent effort over time, you know, like a little bit at a time, but just keep going with it kind of thing. So I feel like there's probably, and again, because you have two major arcanas here in a 3-card spread, it's like there's probably a lot going on, a lot of powerful energies, you know, just very strong energies like around you, and you know, you do have a lot of strength within you, but you kind of, you want to, it's almost like you want to go the distance. You know, you don't want to like burn yourself out by like pushing yourself really hard and then kind of running out of steam, if you like. So the Son of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles is sort of letting you know that it, you know, this is great that you are taking charge and moving forwards, but you can kind of take your time with it as well. You don't need to push yourself too hard. Allow yourself to do this like a bit at a time, basically, a little bit every day or whatever it might be. But and you kind of see his head sort of down. It makes me think of, again, it's that idea of like it just came in, that phrase just came into my head, putting your nose to the grindstone. It's, you know, it's like getting your head down. It's like you're willing to put in the work and the effort, but as I said, it's probably not something that's going to happen overnight. It's something that's going to be more ongoing, or maybe it's something that you want to like build up over time. And so in order to do that and make sure that it's stable and long lasting, the key here is really taking your time and doing a little bit at a time, so that you, like I said, you don't run out of steam, and you can kind of keep putting in that persistent effort and keep making progress with whatever this is, because it's leading you towards, I can't pick it up, it's leading you towards the Fool here. And group 1 also got the Fool, but this is kind of different, quite a different energy. So I don't know, if you were torn between group 1 and group 3, then maybe you could have a look at group 1 as well. There might be some messages there for you, but this does feel quite different. So yeah, you have the Fool here, and as I said, this is another major arcana. As you can see, it's number 0 here, so it's the very first card in the major arcana, and it's all about new beginnings. So as you're taking charge and taking control and moving forwards, and putting in this like steady, consistent effort, it's moving you towards a brand new beginning, a brand new chapter. You know, you see the like yellow behind this little chick here. Makes me think of like sunrise. You know, it's kind of like a brand new day. And you do have these two cards are a bit darker here, and then it's going to this much brighter Fool energy. And you know, the Fool is also quite playful. He's quite you know, there's a sort of childlike innocence about him. So you know, by doing this, by moving forwards in a sort of slow and steady manner, it's gonna bring you to a new chapter where you're going to be able to sort of feel basically more free, have more sort of space to explore new options, new pathways, like new doors opening up for you. Yeah, so I feel like that's the main message for you this upcoming week, group 3. I hope that resonates. I'm just going to grab you quickly a final advice card from the Moonology Oracle deck. But I think your message seems quite clear here. But let's just see if we can get a final piece of advice for you here. One more piece of advice, please, for group number 3. What do they need to know for their week ahead, please? Final advice for... Oh. Okay, that's interesting. So I had 2 cards going to fall out, but I think this one is the one for you this week, group 3. So the answers you need are coming. So again, there's definitely progress forward, there's definitely movement forwards, but there is this kind of need to not to rush and not to you know, kind of jump into anything too quickly. Like there's no, you know, just get the feeling like there's no need to rush this too much. Just like take your time, and it may be that, yeah, that some new information's going to come in, some new insights, some answers that you've been waiting for are going to come in. I don't know if you can read that, it's a bit dark, but new information, answers that you kind of need, that will kind of help you to move into this new chapter here with the Fool. So I hope that resonated for you, group 3. Please do leave me a comment down below, let me know if it did, and I hope you have a great week. If you want to know how to enter my monthly competition to win a free reading, or how to book a reading, or any of that stuff, it's all in the description box down below. And yeah, like I said, have a great week, and I hope I see you again.